What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the video. So with all of this Sora for Smash hype going on right now, I'd like to keep the train rolling with a concept video for Sora being in Smash. In this video, I'll be going over what I believe all of Sora's moves would be if he were added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. In addition, I'd also like to talk about everything he'd come with as well. That includes music, spirits, stages, and more. Just keep in mind that this is entirely my opinion and how I personally see them translating Sora into this game. If you have some other ideas for whatever it is that I'm talking about, feel free to leave your interpretations down below in the comments. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So let's start off with Sora's moveset, his special moves, or his B moves. Neutral B, Fire, Fyra, or Fyraga. I could see this being more along the lines of Kingdom Hearts 1 or Kingdom Hearts 3's versions of fire, where it's more of a projectile rather than a rotation of fire circling him like in Kingdom Hearts 2. His side B would be Blizzard, Blizzara, or Blizzaga. I think that this would be Kingdom Hearts 3's version of Blizzard, rather than the shotgun version we see in Kingdom Hearts 1. Perhaps they could do something fun like the closer you are to it, it has a chance to freeze the opponent, but it is not as broken as something like Lucas's PK freeze. Up B, or Sora's recovery, would be Glide. Sora doesn't really have much of anything that I could see them using for his recovery other than Glide. It obviously have no hitboxes, but I'd like to see them give him iframes during the startup. It'd be similar to Pit's recovery, but he can act out of it. Down B, Reflect. This could be Sora's counter. I see it as being something like Joker's Tetrakarn, where it reflects both projectiles and physical attacks, but it's not as broken. Let's move on to Sora's jab, dash attack, and his tilt attacks. His jab would be a basic 2 or 3 hit attack. No rapid jab, nothing too crazy or special, kind of like what he does in any of the base combos for any of the games. Dash attack, sliding dash. Again, nothing too crazy. I feel like him simply laying down and sliding towards the enemy like he does with that attack would be perfectly fine. Up tilt, Sora does a generic attack upwards. Perhaps it could be something like upper slash from Kingdom Hearts 2, and the opponent can be knocked up into the air, and it has a hitbox on the startup of the attack if the opponent is in front of you. F tilt, Sora does a standard swipe with his Keyblade, maybe something along the lines of Chrom's where it can be a useful kill move. Down tilt, Sora swipes at the ground or pokes at it, something along the lines of Chrom's down tilt or even Link's. I couldn't really decide on which one I liked more. Let's move on to Sora's smash attacks. Up smash. Sora faces upwards and spins the Keyblade. I know this is an odd comparison, but for some reason I see it something along the lines of Palutena's up tilt. F smash, just a standard powerful hit. Maybe it can be something like Link's, where if you press A again, he does a second, more powerful hit. Down smash, explosion from Kingdom Hearts 2. I feel like this is perfect since it hits both sides of Sora, and since he sort of like smashes down while he unleashes it, it just makes sense to me. Let's move on to Sora's aerials. Up air. A standard upward swipe with his Keyblade. It could be something similar to Marth's up air, where there could be a sweet spot or a tipper, just like Marth's. Forward air, aerial dive from Kingdom Hearts 2. Neutral air, aerial sweep, also from Kingdom Hearts 2. Back air, just a standard hit of his Keyblade, maybe something similar to Cloud's back air, where it's a really good kill move. Down air, a standard downward swipe with his Keyblade, maybe something similar to Marth's down air, but with a wider spike hitbox. So let's move on to Sora's taunts, idle animation, and his final smash. Honestly, most of his taunts could probably just come from his winning animations in the Olympus Coliseum. Something including him saying famous quotes like, "That's the power of the Keyblade," or "My friends are my power," could be thrown in there too. His idle animation can really just be anything from any of the games. I would just assume it would be something like Kingdom Hearts 3's, since that's the most recent version that we have of Sora. And his final smash could be quite a few things. I really couldn't decide on just one. The first one that comes to mind is Ultimate Form from Kingdom Hearts 3. I just really like the design, and it could be really cool to see them work in some crazy cinematic for it. Another idea was Riku and Sora coming together and doing an attack like they did in the Realm of Darkness before we save Aqua. Not entirely sure what the name of this attack is, but I would love for them to work Riku into Sora's final smash, not being biased or anything because he's my favorite character or anything. Anyways, one more option for Sora's final smash could be Trinity Limit, since it's probably one of the most iconic moves that Sora has. But then again, Donald and Goofy would have to be there present in the move, right? Well, not really. Actually, if you play through Chain of Memories, you can use Trinity Limit, and Donald and Goofy are nowhere to be found in the animation. So if anything, they could use this version of Trinity Limit, where he sticks his Keyblade in the ground and shoots off a giant burst of light. But as I said, his final smash list can go on, and honestly, they could pick anything. And last but not least, let's move on to his music, stage, and the spirits. So with every DLC fighter so far, we got music, one stage, and spirits celebrating not just the character, but the series the character comes from as a whole. Let's talk about the music. So this is a hard one for me since Square Enix has been so stingy with their music tracks when it comes to Cloud and Hero, but since Sora is technically a Disney character, I feel like Disney would be okay with putting in more than 2. I would think that 10 music tracks is a safe number. Of course, we could always get more, or we can get less than that. The 10 that I personally would want are the following. Next up, let's talk about Sora's potential stages. I feel like there are definitely, much like the music, endless possibilities when it comes to Sora's stage. However, I feel like the most likely ones are probably going to be Destiny Islands, Twilight Town, or the Keyblade Graveyard. Obviously, this will impact what types of music we may or may not get in the game, but I feel like those are the 3 likely ones. We have other options like Traverse Town or the Station of Awakening. However, I feel like the 3 that I mentioned prior are the most likely ones. And the final thing I will talk about are the spirits that we would get. There probably wouldn't be any Disney characters, so I'll stick with Kingdom Hearts original ones. We can go with characters like Riku, Kairi, Roxas, Xion, Lee, Ventus, Terra, Aqua, Master Xehanort, Ansem, Xemnas, and really any other organization members or villains really. Maybe some Heartless characters, maybe some Nobody characters, Unversed perhaps, who really knows. A giant picture of the Organization 13 could work, just to represent the villains as a whole, and they could also maybe add a couple of key arts as well. Again, we don't really know how many spirits we would actually get, so maybe this is asking a little too much. However guys, that is the end of the video. This is everything I'd like to see come with Sora if he were added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is probably the most effort and thought that I've put into a video in a while, so if you enjoyed, please share it around. Let me know in the comments what you all think about my ideas. Again, if your ideas differ, please let me know. Don't forget to do that, like the video, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel for more Sora for Smash content. Thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, I will catch you all later. Bye bye!